Hey, what's up, everybody? Dr. Anthony Mattis here. Today, I wanted to talk to you about the awareness bar. So, first, I'm going to talk about what having my awareness bar has created for me over the last 10 years. And I'm going to read about what Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness and the creator of Access Bars, says about it as well. But one of the things that we most often judge ourselves for is how aware we are, especially when we're aware of things that don't quite fit the constructs of, let's just say, everyday life. Okay. And so we tend to maybe acquiesce to other people's points of view because nobody can really see what you see, and nobody can really um, or perceive what you perceive, or a lot of people are not even interested in knowing what you know or what you desire to know. A lot of people just, you know, want to go through the basic and the fundamental aspects of life, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But when you're like super psychic, like you are, because otherwise you wouldn't be even listening to this conversation and doing access consciousness and all that stuff. But it's like, how often do we share our awareness with people only to find out that people are looking at you like you have five heads on your shoulder? And you're like, you mean you don't see that? You don't perceive that? How could you not? But because it's something that's not necessarily tangible, like it's not in any of the books that got in school, or the books that you read out there. And if you go and Google it, good luck, because Google will let you see what they want you to see anyway. Um, so you have that piece, and then you have the other piece where um, some of us are scared of our awareness. Like we're almost trying to avoid our awareness, and a lot of you out there have the point of view that you're constantly at the effect of your awareness. You're aware, it's like, why do I have to be this aware? Can't we just stop all the awareness from coming in? It's overwhelming me. And the truth of the matter is, if you're functioning as an infinite being, if you recognize the fact that you are an infinite being, not a finite being, could an infinite being actually ever be overwhelmed? And what if your awareness was there so that you can actually create the life that you desire to create? And what if your awareness was there so that you don't actually have to be at the effect of the world around you? Okay, so one thing that comes into my awareness as I just said that was, look, when I first started Access, it was right about a year after my wife passed away from suicide, and I was a single father raising three little kids. They were 10, 8, and 2.5 years old, and all I had was awareness. There are books out there about suicide survivors and all that crap, and suicide groups and all that crap. I hated those, but they were terrible from my interesting point of view. And if you're one of those people who've done those and they worked for you, great. I'm sorry, I'm not insulting you, but for me, they were terrible because all it did was like sort of reinforce the pain and suffering I was going through. But I had to use my awareness at that time. And probably for the first time, I had to trust myself. I had to trust myself in terms of how I was choosing to raise my kids during those times. I had to trust myself from my awareness of what to speak into my children's universe as a result of what happened to their mother. A lot of parents like to keep secrets. That's not my point of view. My point of view is to tell my kids everything because I want them to hear it from me first, then from their friends at school. And you know how kids can be. They can be cruel, and they can use that kind of stuff as a weapon against you. So I never kept secrets from my kids, and I did that all based not on a book, not on this is what you have to do, 10 steps in how to handle your children after their parent kills himself. I did it based on my awareness. So what if awareness was an opportunity for you to trust you and create the life that you desire and that is possible, that's beyond any written textbook out there? And I don't care if that person has a PhD. Okay. And what if awareness didn't have to be a source of judgment for you? And what if you don't have to look at awareness as a double edged sword, like a lot of us do? What if awareness is the gift that it is? Okay, so let's see what Gary Douglas has to say about awareness. Gary says, awareness has to do with all the places where we have judged our awareness and found it lacking, or we decided that it was lacking when actually it wasn't. I went through that a lot, most of my life, I would have to say. We go into more about how we're not aware than how we are aware. In so doing, we create this place where we try to eliminate our awareness rather than having it. When we run the bars, the awareness bar, it eliminates all the places where you have decided that you can't be aware, and it starts to open up the doors to even bigger awareness. Uh-oh, don't freak out. A lot of what I say to my participants in my classes is like, look, the more access you do, the more aware you become. But you have the tools that will help you to be able to create with your awareness and not be at the effect of it like you have been your entire life. So, anyway, I hope that helps. And it's amazing because awareness, it's not always tangible. It's not always tangible. It's not always something, that's palpable that you can feel, that you can smell, that you could actually see. It's really, it's like an energy. And sometimes it's just a whisper. But the more you get your bars ran, the more you start trusting and honoring those whispers of consciousness, because it is that still small voice that will guide you and direct you to what will create greater. If you're in the question and if you embody and embrace your awareness. So get your bars ran. There are amazing practitioners all over the world. How did you get so lucky? All right. Bye for now.